Hello and welcome to El Segundo News, where we inform you about issues and topics happening in the city of El Segundo. I'm Martha Guzman Hurtado. On July 11th, the Los Angeles Hyperion wastewater treatment plant had a sewage spill that polluted miles of Southern California coastline and is causing lingering odor in the city of El Segundo. Hyperion staff have been working to clean up the plant and repair equipment to bring it back online and resume normal operations by the end of August. In response to ongoing questions and environmental concerns, El Segundo City Council continued to stay in communication with Hyperion as well as state and local agencies. On August 17th, City Council addressed these concerns at their regular meeting where Hyperion officials were also available to answer questions. Just before the meeting, residents held a Stop the Stink rally to show their concerns about foul odor in the city caused by the spill. During the meeting, City Council expressed their deep concern about the sewage spill, air quality, and foul odors that have permeated throughout the community for more than a month. They engaged in a lengthy discussion with the City of LA staff, county, and AQMD representatives and firmly urged them to work as hard as they can to get the plant up and running and do what they can to help the residents and businesses in El Segundo recover from this incident. City Council also requested to be included in future emergency trainings. LA City senior leadership accepted responsibility and offered their sincere regret to El Segundo residents for the odor after the sewage spill. They also acknowledged to improve their communication practices to include all community stakeholders moving forward. City Council requested that they return to City Council with suggestions to improve communication in the near future. For updates on the recovery and information on the reimbursement program, please visit the LA Sanitation and Environment website at lacitysan.org or call the Customer Care Center at 1-800-773-2589. Also, residents who detect odors can file an air quality complaint by calling the South Coast Air Quality Management District at 1-800-CUT-SMOG or go online at aqmd.gov/complaints. The Dixie fire has ravaged more than 500,000 acres in Northern California, and our local firefighters are doing what they can to help quell the inferno. Here's El Segundo Fire Captain Levi Larkin with information on a recent deployment to the danger zone.
So Engine 31 was at the Dixie fire for 14 days, and the roles that we had, we actually were a part of a strike team. So we had 2 Torrance engines, 1 Redondo, a Long Beach engine, and El Segundo. And when we arrived up there, we were a 22-person team that helped with mutual aid to help battle the fire at the Dixie. As a 22-person crew of the strike team, what we did was we helped out with structure protection for the citizens of Butte County, where the Dixie fire was. We helped with control lines. We helped make sure that roads were safe. And we were there to help the community, to let them know that we were there to protect them. Yeah, I'd like to say thank you to the city for allowing us to go out and fight these wildland fires and being a part of the Master Mutual Aid program. I'd like to say thanks to our crews that were out there, our strike team. Couldn't have done it without all their hard work and our families supporting us while we were gone. Some of us were gone for more than 20 days. Also, I'd like to say thank you to the citizens of Butte County. Our thoughts are with them. And to CAL FIRE for putting on an amazing management team and the Forest Service. And our thoughts are out there with our brothers and sisters that are still battling this fire.
The Dixie fire has been raging since mid-July and is now the largest blaze on record in the United States. One of the biggest annual events of the El Segundo Police Department was held virtually last year due to the pandemic, but this year National Night Out was officially back on the block. Here's El Segundo News reporter Catherine Chen with the report.
Thanks, Martha. We're on Main Street for National Night Out, an annual event that takes place around the country on the first Tuesday in August. It's all about building knowledge, trust, and relationships between the police department and community members.
We've been doing it for several years now. It started in the early 1980s, and it slowly got adopted throughout the United States. So now the entire country celebrates National Night Out on today's date. And alone in California alone, there are over 370 cities celebrating National Night Out today.
Kids, parents, friends, neighbors can come out here, ask us any questions, kind of really get to know the police department and what we do and why we do it. And that's why we're doing it here today.
The SWAT, drone, and defensive tactics teams performed demonstrations to show how they protect the community and safely take people into custody.
I love this event. I love our police department and our fire department. Big supporters, so we're very happy that we get to live in this town.
Today, families and friends were able to meet El Segundo's police officers, learn about different police programs, and work together to maintain a safe community. For El Segundo News, I'm Catherine Chen. Back to you, Martha.
Thanks, Catherine. National Night Out was held in the 300 block of Main Street. About 400 people attended the event. And another El Segundo Police Department event recently made a comeback. Here's El Segundo news reporter Egidio Deliu with the story on Coffee with the Cop.
It's Coffee with a Cup, where you get to chat one-on-one with the police department and get to know them and ask any questions you might have. Let's check it out.
An event like Coffee with a Cop, it's a stress-free environment where people can be comfortable to ask us any questions that they want, and it's really an opportunity for us to get to know each other. We're always looking at ways for the police department and the community to strengthen their relationship, and though only a small portion of the community came to the event, ultimately we were able to get out there, meet some people, meet some new people, answer the questions that they had, and hopefully provide a clear picture to them of what we do at the police department and why we do what we do. We're trying to do these events every 3 or 4 months, so follow us on social media, on Facebook, check our website, and hopefully you'll see that we're advertising one coming up soon.
What a terrific event. We definitely need more of these events, especially after the year we've had. I had a great time. I'm Egidio. Back to you, Martha.
Thanks, Egidio. It looks like you enjoyed some coffee yourself. Those delicious brews at the event were served up by a local favorite, the Blue Butterfly Coffee Company. The Los Angeles County Department of Public Health recently revised its health officer order to align with the state in requiring that healthcare workers working in LA County be fully vaccinated by September 30th of this year. Additionally, a revised health officer order also includes language requiring all persons attending an outdoor mega event to wear a face mask, except when eating and drinking. However, it must be put on immediately afterward. And after a highly competitive recruitment process, the city has selected Michael Allen as its new Development Services Director. Michael previously served as the planning manager for Culver City. During his tenure in Culver City, he has worked on similar land use projects currently taking place in El Segundo. Michael officially started his new position on August 16th. Welcome to El Segundo, Michael. You can help shape the future of Recreation Park. Here's Community Services Director Melissa McCullum with everything you need to know about the Recreation Park Needs Assessment Survey.
The Recreation Park Needs Assessment is a comprehensive process that includes community engagement, facility condition assessment reports and accessibility surveys, a comprehensive city programming analysis, and master plan recommendations and cost estimates. Rec Park is beloved by this community, and we are so fortunate that the city had the foresight to purchase the land in 1954 and build many of the amenities that we continue to enjoy today. Over the years, the city has continued to add and improve Rec Park, but due to age and some deferred maintenance, significant investment really is needed in order to upgrade or replace our existing facilities. In order to best serve El Segundo residents, park facilities and recreation services do need to continue to evolve to meet the changing demographics and interests and needs of the community. By the end of this year, this needs assessment should reflect community needs, address aging infrastructure, serve as a planning document for capital projects, help prioritize needs, and really serve as a practical plan for meeting the immediate, the short-term, and the long-term goals for park and rec facilities and services in El Segundo. Rec Park is amazing, but we believe that together, working strategically and thoughtful, we can make it even better.
Hundreds of residents have already provided their input for the Recreation Parks Needs Assessment. A third survey will be on the project website from September 1st through the 15th and will focus on prioritization of projects. A public booth will also be available at the September 9th Farmers Market to gather additional comments from the community. Paper surveys are available at all Recreation Park facilities and at the El Segundo Public Library. To access the project website and for updates, please visit elsegundorecparks.org. Residents who live near Los Angeles International Airport and want a break from the jet noise will have some relief thanks to a $21.9 million in grant funding from the Federal Aviation Administration. The grants will help with noise mitigation and will benefit an estimated 1,326 residents in the communities of Lenox, Athens, and Del Aire, as well as the city of Inglewood and city of El Segundo. For questions and inquiries, residents of the city of Los Angeles or the city of El Segundo can contact Mark Adams with Los Angeles World Airports at 424-646-5114 or email madams2@lawa.org. Before the pandemic in 2019, more than 88 million passengers passed through LAX, making it the world's third busiest airport at the time. Many students in El Segundo are returning to in-person learning on August 25th after more than a year of distance learning during the pandemic. Here's El Segundo Unified School District Superintendent Dr. Melissa Moore with details about how students will return safely.
We are so excited to have our students return to school on August 25th. We have sent out a communication to let our parents know that masks will be required indoors, and then our students will have the option when outdoors to not wear their mask if that is what their parent would like. Out of an abundance of caution, the district may access and continue with some of the protocols that we had adopted last fall, but many of those, in accordance with Department of Public Health, have been relaxed. And the goal of public health, the goal of El Segundo Unified School District, is to have our students return fully to the classroom. So we will promote physical distancing when possible in the classroom, and obviously with students being masked, and many of our staff, more than 90% of our staff are vaccinated. We look forward to returning to some degree of normalcy. It's our belief it's very important for the teaching and learning to take place in the classroom with a teacher and students present.
ESUSD will offer an independent study curriculum this year in lieu of last year's distance learning program. For more information, visit elsegundousd.net. Returning to in-person learning after a year of logging onto a virtual classroom may come with some anxiety for some students and parents. Here's clinical psychologist Dr. Mona Kumar with some ways to help ease the transition.
After over a year of distance learning, most of our children will be going back to 5 days a week of in-person instruction. This is a huge change for students, teachers, and parents alike. While many children are looking forward to returning to school, others are more anxious about the transition. And understandably so. Learning from home required almost a complete shift in how children obtained instruction, completed assignments, and interacted with their teachers and peers. Even the most excited among them will now have to relearn what a normal school routine looks like. Beginning with early mornings and drives to school, sitting in classrooms, participating in discussions, and engaging with peers, almost every facet of their daily experience will change. Gone will be attending classes in pajamas, cameras turned off during Zoom sessions, and school days that ended by early afternoon. As with any transition, our job as parents will be to validate the magnitude of the change, encourage our children to be patient with themselves and their teachers, and anticipate bumps along the way as everyone settles back into in-person learning.
Thank you, Dr. Kumar. If you or someone you know is having difficulty coping with these challenging times or added stress, help is available 24/7 by calling the Los Angeles County Department of Mental Health at 1-800-854-7771 or contact the crisis text line by texting LA to 741-741. The City of El Segundo has a series of creative dining experiences lined up this month. Here's El Segundo News reporter Natasia Gascon with the details.
Thanks, Martha. I'm here on Richmond Street, where art and food are set to collide every Friday in August in an interactive summer showcase called Art and Dine. Art and Dine is a pilot program sponsored by the City of El Segundo's Community Services Department, where artists from around Los Angeles set up outdoor studios on Richmond Street, allowing diners to see art being made in real time.
Part of the idea of this series was to commission artists, neighboring local artists, to come into El Segundo and to show their work, highlight their work, giving opportunities for the residents to engage with them and ask them questions about what they're doing, get to know their practice. It was really about community engagement. Our community is so unique here in El Segundo, and we wanted to just bring different types of art to the community and give exposure to local artists as well.
Well, everyone loves dinner and a show, so come on down to Richmond Street and experience this unique event for yourself.
For more information, visit the news section on elsegundo.org. Art events continue to blossom in El Segundo with the return of the annual Art Walk. Here's co-owner and producer John McCullough with details on El Segundo Art Walk 2021.
COVID-19 has been a major focal point of our planning process. So we've met with the city officials we sat down, come up with guidelines for this year's Art Walk. This year, we're only doing one event. It's not on the typical Thursday night for the short 3 to 4 hours. So we've moved it to a Saturday afternoon and evening to really expand out the event. So one that, with the expanded hours, we feel like it'll allow more people to experience the event in a less crowded time. So this year, it kind of came together last minute, but we really felt like this was super important to pull it together and try to get one Art Walk event to try to bring back some kind of normalcy back to El Segundo, so that you could walk around and see your neighbors and see your friends and really kind of experience what's so great about El Segundo.
El Segundo Art Walk 2021 happens on Saturday, August 28th from 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. For more information, visit elsegundoartwalk.com. Also look for an El Segundo Art Walk magazine that will be available at dozens of local businesses. The LA Kings are committed to diversity, equity, and inclusion issues and recently held its inaugural We Are All Kings camp, taught by the first professional African-American female hockey player. The camp was free for participants from several youth organizations that serve those from underserved communities of low-income households and urban schools. Here's El Segundo News reporter Tolly Anderson with the coverage.
Thanks, Martha. Yes, I'm here at the Los Angeles Kings training facility where the community has been invited out. Kids as young as 5 years old set to take the ice back here for a week-long hockey training camp hosted by Blake Bolden.
Don't be afraid to fall down. I think that's the beauty of the game, is learning how to fall down and get back up and believe in yourself and instill in yourself some confidence.
Words of advice from Bolden. Many kids put skates and hit the ice for the first time ever, and some have returned to the ice with goals in mind.
Like improve skating and learn how to handle the puck better.
Michaela has dreams of becoming a hockey player, and she shares how happy she is with the return of hockey camps and getting a chance to work on her skills.
You got Blake Bolden on the ice. I mean, what a great job she does. It's going to be a real treat, not only for the kids that are on the ice, but we love working with these kids, and that's why we do it. You just see the smiles on their face. And
now this hockey training camp will have roughly about 30 participants each day. Back to you, Martha.
Thanks, Tolly. The Kings also provided skate sticks and other equipment for use during the camp. That's it for this segment of El Segundo News. You can also watch more city-related videos on the El Segundo Media YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in.